Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 15 free stocks, Moo is going to give you up to 15 free stocks when you open a Moo brokerage account. You deposit $100 in that brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. You deposit $1,000 in your new brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks, publicly traded companies. There's a link down in the description box of this video. Go click on that Moo link. Open up that Moo account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Well, today was Federal Reserve rate cut day. And the Federal Reserve surprised a lot of people, including myself. They did not reduce short-term interest rates by 25 basis points, but they came out with a bang and reduced short-term interest rates by 50 basis points. Now, initially, when that happened, the market was thrilled. We got a little bit of a bounce. But towards the end of the day, after Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell made his comments at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, later on around 3:30 or so, I started seeing the S&P 500 start to sell off. Prior to that, it had gotten almost to a new all-time high. So what happened? Well, Wall Street aliens happened. And we'll talk about that in a second. But let's take a look at what actually happened once the Fed came out with that exciting 50 basis point rate cut. Here's the headline. The Dow closes lower, giving up 375 point pop after the big Fed rate cut. That goes back to what I just said. Initially, the market bounced, right? But then it sold off. And we'll talk about that. But let's get into these meat and potatoes here real quick, because I want you guys to really understand what the experts are saying. And then I'm going to give you my little 2 cents. So here we go. Here are the experts. Stocks closed lower Wednesday in a volatile session as the Federal Reserve lowered interest rates half-point percentage move. The outsized rate cut was cheered initially by traders, aka Wall Street aliens, though it did raise concern. The Fed was trying to get ahead of potential economic weakness. See, here's the thing, guys. I talked about this morning on my 10:30 a.m. live stream. And if you listen to Chairman Jerome Powell at 2:30, he even touched on this too. See, these Wall Street traders keep talking about a potential slowdown in the economy, aka recession. But there is no concrete proof of that. When you look at second quarter GDP, it was 3%. When you look at the projected third quarter GDP, it's 2.5%. When you look at the retail sales numbers for August, we're up 0.01%. when the experts thought we would be down by 0.02%. See, there is no concrete evidence of this. Now, some people will point to the labor market and say, well, hey, August jobs report continues to show a softening in the labor market. And that's true. But one thing most people neglect to say is that unemployment in August actually ticked down. When you look at the jobless claims, right? You look at that week to week, That's actually going down, where less people are actually applying for unemployment. So although when you look at jobs added to the economy from the beginning of the year to right now, it has drastically come down. But think about it. What was the Fed trying to do for the last 2 years? They were trying to slow down the labor market so it wasn't so red hot. Why do you think they kept short-term interest rates, aka Fed funds rate, at 5.5%? They did exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to cool off the labor market. They accomplished that. And they accomplished bringing inflation down as well. And they accomplished not sending the economy into a recession. So they made the soft landing, guys. We made it. But the key words here are Wall Street traders. They had this set up all along. Over the last several months, what have Wall Street traders been doing since they are in control of the stock market? No matter what good news you get, they sell off. What do? Right before the good news, they pump, 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 pump. Soon as the good news hits, they dump. I talked about this whole notion that, people talk about this whole thing about, you buy the rumor, you sell the news. And I told y'all who created this crap. That would be your Wall Street aliens. That's who created that slogan. That's what they've been doing. See, they've been pumping you guys up, pumping everybody up, retail investors up on the rumor. What's the rumor? Oh, we're going to reduce rates by 50 basis points. And everything's going to go to the moon. That's the rumor. That's where they get us to buy on the... See, here's the thing. They pump that thing up on the rumor. And as soon as we get the good news, what do? They sell off, which they did today. In my opinion now, not a Black Monday sell off, but still, nevertheless, a sell off. Here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. The Dow slid 103.08 points, or 0.25, to end the day at 41,503. It was up as much as 375 points just after the Fed decision. That was the bounce we talked about. Here's the S&P. The S&P 500 lost 0.29% and closed at 5,618. The NASDAQ composite dropped 0.31% to 17,573. The S&P 500 and the Dow both touched record highs initially before falling back. So I knew in the back of my mind, this is what the Wall Street aliens would do. All week long, it was get them to buy the rumor, right? And then guess what we do? We sell on the news. And that's what they did. So short term, you might look at this as a loss, but I don't, because I look at it long term. And history tells me, based on the last 2 rate cuts prior to today, 12 months after the rate cut, the S&P 500 has bounced really nicely. March 2020, rate cut. A year later, 27% gain in the S&P. August 2019, right? Rate cut. 12 months later, S&P gains 10%. So history tells us, based on the last 2 rate cuts, that this rate cut 12 months from now can be a good thing. I believe it will. And the reason I believe it will is if you listen to Chairman Jerome Powell, this is just the beginning. They are going to systematically continue reducing rates when appropriate to get down to a neutral level. That's going to happen. Most people believe around 200 basis points over the next 12 to 18 months. To me, that represents opportunity to build wealth right now. I've already told you guys, September, October, and until we get through the election, it's going to be volatile. There are going to be some good days, green days, and there are going to be some red days. I'm going to look at all of those days as opportunities for me in my portfolio. You got to figure out what your attitude is going to be like when it comes to building your wealth. I got a quick little message on Instagram from one of my posts I put up today about this 50 basis point rate cut. And one of the people who responded said, yeah, but you know, Nvidia is down 113, so I don't know if that's a good day. I'm like, well, it depends on how you look at it. Maybe you look at it as, okay, I could pick up Nvidia at 113 a share. That's a good day. If you believe in the company that it's going to go up at some point, that's a good day. It depends on how you look at it, guys. You can look at it negatively in short term, or you can look at it positively and long term. That's on you. So let's keep moving. The Fed lowered its overnight lending rate to a range of 4.75 to 5% from 5.25 to 5.5%. The first rate cut in 4 years as inflation levels ease from the levels seen 2 years ago. The committee has gained greater confidence that inflation is moving sustainably towards 2% and judges that the risks to achieving its employment and inflation goals are roughly in balance, the central bank said in a statement. Traders in the week leading up to the decision increasingly hoped the central bank would cut by 0.5 point rather than its traditional quarter move. They got what they hoped for, but stocks failed to hold their gains. You see what I'm saying? These folks were asking for 50 basis point rate cut. They get it, and then they sell off. But that's Wall Street aliens for you. That's why I keep telling you guys, you can't pay attention to these people because you never know what shenanigans going to pull off, right? You never know what shenanigans. The decision to cut by the more aggressive 50 basis point increment suggests that the Fed has gotten comfortable with the downward trends in inflation are sustainable and may now be shifting their focus to avoid causing economic stress by keeping rates too high for too long. Fed Chair Jerome Powell tried to assuage concerns at a post-meeting press conference that the central bank was cutting aggressively because the Fed sees something troubling about the economy. He hinted it was because the upside risks to inflation have come down so much. I don't see anything in the economy right now that suggests that the likelihood of a downturn is elevated, said Powell. Stocks rolled over nevertheless, despite Powell's comments. Part of the decline may be due to the sizable rally leading into Wednesday's much anticipated cut. The S&P is up nearly 18% on the year and more than 1% in the last month. So there you go, guys. Congratulations, Chair Powell and the FOMC committee. You guys did exactly what you set out to do 24, 28 months ago. You raised interest rates 11 consecutive times and you held them steady for over a year at 5.5. And we have gotten our soft landing. So thank you very much, Fed. Now, let's get these interest rates down so that growth stocks can go to the moon. We know history tells us when interest rates come down, growth stocks go up. So that's what I'm anticipating, guys, over the next 12 to 18 months. And what I'm going to be doing is dollar cost averaging in every single month, whether the market is up, down, or sideways, because I know long-term investing, big boy blue chips is the way to go. And it's worked for me for over 30 years. And I'm going to stick to the game plan. I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to keep buying big boy blue chip, right? I'm going to hold them long term. And I'm just going to be patient and wait on my wealth because history says it's coming. Like I said, if you want up to 15 free stocks, guys, get down in that description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up that Moomoo account today. Put $100 in there. They're going to give you 5 free stocks. Put $1,000 in your new brokerage account. You're going to get 15 free stocks. Guys, don't delay. Act today. Get down in the description box. Click on that Moomoo link. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Hey, guys, check out my website, www.richardfain.net, We got some fantastic digital products over there that you can use to help you educate yourself so that you can increase your confidence level. When you increase your confidence level, you execute better to build your wealth. So check out those 10 digital products. Also, consider joining the Wealth Builders. Y'all see the t-shirt. Come join the Wealth Builders. We're the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. All you got to do is when you click on the website address, which is the second link down below, all you got to do is look for the membership button or the join button and come join the Wealth Builders. 5 months in existence. We started at 0, just me, one person, and now we got over 1,000 Wealth Builders in less than 5 months. Come join us, guys. We're waiting on you. Come join the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Well, thank you guys for stopping by the channel. If you're stopping by for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next video. Peace.